All right, so how much do people know about the three-ballot system? Reporter Azaria Khoza is on the ground on the pulse of this question, asking South Africans what they understand about this three-ballot system. Azaria, thank you so much for your time. So what are South Africans on the ground saying today?
Ngibonga kakhulu kuwe Mxolisi. Yebo mbukeli, namhlanje we are out here emgwaqeni yase Alexandra. Now, for the 7th time, South Africans are about to go out and cast their votes. But then the IEC has also introduced a new voting system which will include 3 voting ballot papers. So we are out here to find out from abantu ukuthi ngabe bafundile kabanzi na about the 3 ballots na. Joining me right now is one of the community activists who have been rallying the people of Alexandra to continue voting. Butwami ngibingelele ngwamukele ohlelweni. Ngicela mhlambe ungichazisele simo sabahlali bala Alexandra ukuthi mhlambe bona bafunde kangakanani about the 3 system voting, the ballot system.
Yeah, about the 3 ballot system, myself from the organization Alexandra Peace Ambassadors, we were conducting civic education, voters education, to educate and show them what's going to happen on the election. And on our target, if we target 300 people came out to show that they were more interesting to know and understand. And we started this from last year June with IEC.
So with all the workshops that you've been conducting, you feel like the people of Alexandra are ready to go out and vote?
Yes, they were ready because some of the activities we were putting them live on social media. So they were understanding. Even Alex FM was partnering and put it live. So people were reaching out for more information. Yeah.
All right, Nkolisi, it sounds like there have been programs right here in Alexandra, to teach people about the ballot system. But what do you understand about Lama Paper Out 3 also Tibana now when you get to the voting polls?
Oh, Njani, I do understand about those 3 ballot papers because I've been through the Peace Ambassadors programs. So yes, I know a lot about them. Yeah.
Just to bring you in, Butwami, on the conversation as well, I just want you to tell me, do you understand about the 3 ballot system and how it works and when you get to the polls?
Oh yes, definitely. I understand very well. But like at school, not everybody can understand what has been said. One person may say something clearly, the other person may fail to take the implication of what has been said. So what I'm trying to say is that I feel like, they were supposed to give more and more awareness of how this thing works, because more special of our grannies and granddads, they don't understand. The only thing that they know that on the 29th they're going to vote. So I feel like maybe there's been less awareness of this system that is going to take place on the 29th.
Okay, beautiful. All right, to also just bring you in, Butwami, again, as a community leader, Alexandra just to go out and vote?
I would say to Mpakatwase Alexandra, can we go out on the 29th from the 27, 28, 29, special vote, can we go out and vote? Because if you not vote, you don't have a say. It's like a person who got a sellotape in your mouth. So you don't have to say anything. But we say to everyone, go out and vote on the 29th of May.
There you have it, Mxolisi. It seems like the community of Alexandra is ready to go to the voting polls May 29 Zika May. For now, back to studio.
Azaria Khoza, they're having those conversations with the residents in Alexandra. Thank you very much indeed for that update. So here's a quick fact. This will be the highest number in this election where we see political parties in the history of South Africa's democratic elections vying for seats in the National Assembly and the provincial legislatures. And for the first time, independent candidates have been permitted to contest a general election in South Africa at provincial and national levels. And this now brings us to the second ballot, which is the regional ballot. And we continue with our guest right now that joins us right here on the show. So let's just further expand on the second ballot. I want us to first, touch on the views on how people are complaining about the awareness from the IEC on the ground. Do you think that enough has been done to ensure that people, first of all, were ready, but also were aware of these new developments around this 3-ballot system?
Hi, good afternoon again, Nkolisi. So I think firstly, from the IEC side, I think we've done a lot in terms of outreach work. We went and even from last year, we've appointed additional staff in each municipality to do outreach work. We been to a number of events, whether it's organized events or even informal events, such as just talking to people at SASA queues, at Home Affairs Department, etc. We've also engaged with a number of our stakeholders, because remember, the fact of the matter is that the IEC can't do this voter education alone. It relies on all its stakeholders, including political parties, in order to inform South African voters what to expect out there. The media has played an important role as well in terms of educating and informing our voters. So it's not a sort of thing that only relies only on the IEC. By all intents purposes, we do that. For example, we go to our university campuses and our colleges, our TVET colleges. We've been on all these campuses around the country, even prior to the registration weekend, just so that people can know to register for this election, and at the same time to educate them on the fact that there will be three. At the time, obviously, we didn't know how the three ballots will look, because we didn't know who was all participating in it. But we did a number of initiatives around the country, both within provinces and municipalities, as I indicated, where we did. But certainly we won't necessarily be able to reach each and every person. And that is why we rely on our stakeholders and our partners to assist, as their footprint is much broader than ours.
And Mr. Hendricks, I want you to talk us through this particular ballot, which is the regional ballot, right down from its finer details, its nuances when we look at its look and feel, its texture, and what it will look like essentially for the person who will be at the ballot at that day.
Yes, so firstly, as I indicated earlier to Putle as well. So you have voters essentially have two votes for parliament. Okay, the first is, as I indicated early on, that is the national PR ballot. That is for political parties only, and it's the same ballot for the whole country. Now, your second ballot, this is what we call a regional ballot. So let me start off by saying a region and a province refers to the same area, the same territory. So the Eastern Cape region and the Eastern Cape province is actually the same geographic territory as well. The only reason why we call it a region and not a provincial vote is because we can't confuse people further with, because you also have a third ballot, which is for your provincial legislature. So getting back to your regional ballot, there are 400 seats in parliament. 200 are reserved for your national PR ballot, and those 200 seats are filled via that particular ballot paper. The other 200, what the IEC does is it goes and divides up the 200 amongst the 9 regions of our country. And this is primarily based then on the size of the voters' roll of each of our provinces. That is why, for example, based on the voters' rolls of each of our provinces, there are 47 seats reserved in parliament for Gauteng province. So people of Gauteng, when they're voting on that regional ballot, they are voting to fill those 47 seats in parliament.
All right, Mr. Hendricks, I'm going to ask you to please park it there for now, because after this break, Buhle will be taking us through the provincial legislature ballot. You don't want to miss out. Stay with us.